Good morning, everyone, and welcome back for your weekly energy forecast and oracle reading. And we've just started, and I'm already throwing the cards around. Sorry. It's a Monday. What can we say? Okay, so let's do that again, shall we? Let's pick some cards for the beginning of this week, being Monday and Tuesday. That's going to show us what energetic weather there is that we can tune into and use to our advantage. Okay, let's have a look and see. Okay, so today and tomorrow being the beginning of the week, we have the Five of Pentacles. I'm sure we had this card the other day too. Okay, so tuning into the energy of this card, I'm hearing the words stripped bare. So okay, so when I tune into the energy of this, it feels like today and tomorrow we're going to be feeling a bit raw and a bit vulnerable, okay? In a sense where maybe we've been through some releasing, maybe we've let go of certain things, maybe we've let go of a job or a partner or a relationship or a friendship or even a way of living, a home, a lifestyle, a mindset. So the old us, if you will, that we've shed, what we've released, it's like peeling off a skin or a shell, and now we've got that soft vulnerability underneath it. But see the opportunity that's here, that golden door of opportunity and a key. I'm also hearing lonely, isolated. So a lot of us, oh, that makes sense. It's Valentine's Day, I think, on Wednesday. So a lot of us are going to be feeling a bit like lonely, rejected, dejected, that vibe, okay? And I just heard my guide say, go find yourself. So use the beginning of this week to find you, as in the new person that you're now busy becoming. Who are you now? That's a good one. They're saying reflect back on who you were 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, and have a look and see how much you've changed, okay? And how much you've actually grown. Because as obviously as we know when we grow and expand, what doesn't serve us falls away. We know this, okay? But as whatever it is that wasn't serving falls away, it makes space for the new and the better to come in, okay? So we're not the same people we were 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. We're completely different. And in that process, we can feel quite vulnerable, okay? Right, so I'm not saying expect this. We don't want to put it out there, but I'm saying if you're feeling this in the beginning of the week, just know that you're not alone. And they want us to explore this, explore what does being vulnerable mean? Because being vulnerable, I'm hearing Spirit say, means to be pure. It's like, as we've released everything that's no longer served, in a sense, we're actually purified and we are renewed. And yes, it can make us feel vulnerable, but they're saying it's also loaded with potential, because it means anything can happen now, okay? So that's what comes up here first. Now let's get some elaboration from the wisdom of the oracle. Let's see what guidance is here for us in the beginning of this week. Chop wood. Chop wood, carry water, as the saying goes. I'm hearing that line from, I think it's Finding Nemo. Keep on swimming, keep on swimming. So keep chopping the wood and carrying the water in the beginning of this week. So in other words, if you're feeling a bit vulnerable, feeling a little bit like a bit of a fish out of water, just keep going. Just keep doing the mundane or tending to what's in front of you. Why do we need to do that? Number one, so we don't overthink, but also so that we don't give up on what it is that we really, really do want, okay? So let's say in the pursuit of, I'm guessing, a new job or whatever, okay? You might have had to let go of an old one. Now, or maybe you were fired or retrenched or, God forbid, lost your job or whatever, which is very stressful. Try to see it as, so instead of being like, well, now, woe is me, my life is a mess, whatever, just keep on swimming, keep chopping wood and carrying water, tending to the mundane, because as we tend to the mundane, it never mind, it keeps us going, but it also keeps us grounded. Okay, so we don't lose ourselves in mental overstimulation and overthinking. So keep on swimming, chop wood, carry water, keep going. Okay, I'm hearing Spirit say your story is not finished. We're just getting started. Okay, let's get some elaboration now from the Enchanted Map. What do we have for the beginning of this week? We have Magical Map Shifter. We're in the process of great change. We are changing our stories. The map of our lives is changing. We are course correcting. Remember we spoke about last week where Spirit gave us the analogy of we're not going backwards. We're just reversing. We're just backing out of the driveway of the property that doesn't serve us anymore. We're not going backwards. We're just backing out so that we can go back on the road and course correct. This energy is following through again in the beginning of this week, where yes, we might be feeling a bit scared, feeling a bit vulnerable, feeling a bit lonely, feeling a bit rejected, feeling like we don't fit in. But that's because we're course correcting to what is good and what is right and who is right for us and what job is right for us and what home is right for us. Whatever it is that you aiming towards, you course correcting towards that. Okay, now I'm also hearing don't be surprised if people cross your paths in the beginning of this week to assist with that course correction. Okay, so in other words, let's say a random person pops out the blue and offers you that job you were looking for, or you stumble across that perfect new home that you were looking for, or you stumble upon that new person that's going to make a huge difference in your life. Keep an open mind, okay? Be open to magic, I'm hearing, because Spirit's saying anything can happen. Miracles can happen. Anything can happen. Crikey Moses. Sorry, I don't know what on earth is going on, but I'm dropping everything all over the bloody floor. Bear with me. Okay, let's see. Let's give these a good shuffle again, and let's try not to drop everything everywhere. Okay, what do we have for the middle of this week, being Wednesday and Thursday? What energetic weather do we have? We have the Four of Cups. This is the meh card. This card speaks about boredom. Now, if you look at her, she's like very meh. She's only looking at the empty bowls. Nothing much happening there. She's missing the gift. There's a beautiful bowl there with magic inside. Oh wow, I just noticed the two different realms. Normal, and then there's another realm here. Looks like magic. I've actually never noticed that before. Okay, so here what I'm feeling with this is in the middle of the week we get to choose. It's like a fork in the road, like we get to choose which reality are we going into now? Are we gonna, it's the stories again. Are we gonna stick with the same story? Nothing ever works out for me. I'm not good enough. Nobody loves me. Everybody hates me. Blah, blah, blah. Are we gonna stick with that old narrative, the old story again? Or are we gonna tune into a whole other reality that's out there? I'm hearing Spirit say in the middle of the week, we've got to change our stories. We've got to gently just shift, and we can only shift it when we are aware. So in the middle of the week, don't be surprised if something happens or there's a thought process or you feel triggered and then you're tempted to go into the, oh, you see, nothing ever works out for me. Nobody loves me. I'm all alone. I will never have the job that I want. My kids are never going to behave. My neighbors, do you see where I'm going? Pay attention. Catch yourself. Like the moment you go into that thought process or you start speaking the same narrative, stop and go, woo, okay, I'm replaying that same story again. Now, we all know stories have been a theme for a long time, okay? At least for the past year, we've been very aware of our stories. Now it feels like we're going to become much more aware of it, and we're going to start to realize how it's actually a habit, and it's like default setting. It's a habit, right? So because they're saying we have, to be fair, we've worked through a lot. You know, last year was a lot of growth for all of us, as we well know. We've worked through a lot. So that same story is no longer coming from a wound. It's now coming from just a habit. It's just a habit. So you might catch yourself very aware in the middle of the week, like, oh my God, look at me, negative Nancy. I'm going into that habit again. Oh, let me shift it to the person I want to be, the person I want to be in my future, the person in the reality that I want. How does future Debbie think? What does future amazing healed Debbie think? How does her, well, not for me, but you know what I mean, for you guys, in your minds think, how does future me think? Let me wire my thought processes to that, and let me make a habit out of that thinking. I'm hearing that song, always look on the bright side of life. Where was that from? I can't remember. Anyway, Monty Python, I think. All right, so shifting the mundane to the magical. Definitely in the middle of the week. Shifting the mundane to the magical. Going from habitual thinking to new intentional thinking that will also become a habit. Remember, our thoughts create our reality. Our programs create our reality. And I'm hearing Spirit say there's no excuse now. Like we've done the work. We've worked so hard. We've come such a long way. There's no excuses now. We need to shift it. Okay, let's see. What guidance is here now for the middle of the week? Round and round. Can't make this up. We were just talking about the same thing over and over. Okay, let's read the message of this card. Round and round. 25. All right, this card says, the appearance of this card is a reminder that although you may appear that you've gone backwards, the truth is that you're standing at a higher level, looking down into your circumstances. You will learn something, do something better, and break a cycle set up in the past. You actually have a bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can access the wisdom and the lessons learned. So this is about, remember I said just now, yes, we've all had our programming, blah, blah, but because we've worked through all of that so much, now we're getting to recognize it. Now we're seeing it. Like now we're going to go, ooh, okay, there's that thought. That's actually not true. Like, why was I even thinking that? You know? So it seems like in the middle of the week, we really are proactively changing the way we think and how we perceive our lives. Okay, let's get some further elaboration now from the Enchanted Map. Peaks of Joy. I love this. Okay, so what sticks out for me is how she's, oh wow. Okay, she's like leaping in the air, but it looks like, oh, sorry, the dog's got a lot to say. You know, you get those gymnasts and they dance with the ribbon or like a sash or something, and then they tie themselves up in it and then they set themselves loose and they spin. That's what this reminds me of. It's like as we release the ties that bind, as we release the tightly wrapped up thoughts and repetitive patterns and all of our stuff, we're free and we get to experience joy. I'm hearing Spirit say, don't forget in the middle of the week to kind of laugh at yourselves a little bit. I know I do this often, where I'll be hard on myself for something and I'll think, oh, flip, man, you know, this and this and this and this and this and this. And then I'll stop myself and I'll go, like, where did that come from? And then I'll be like, oh, you silly goose, you know? So they're saying we're going to be doing a bit of this in the middle of the week. We're going to actually get to laugh at our belief patterns and thoughts and our reactions to things, because Spirit is also saying at the moment the ethers are highly charged. Mars is doing God knows what all there in the ethers. And also we've got a bit of Chiron action going on. So this is like a recipe for old traumas being triggered. But it's opportunities for healing. And I'm hearing laughter truly is the best medicine. So as we unfurl from whatever is triggering us in the middle of the week, whatever memory is coming up, or whatever program is playing us yet another loop, we're going to get to laugh at ourselves. Like, we're going to be so healed that we're going to be able to laugh and go, oh my God, like, I can't believe I thought that, or I can't believe I believed that about myself. Like, what the hell, you know? So this is lovely. It's like a shift, a complete shift in the middle of the week. That's nice. Okay, let's see, what do we have for Friday and the weekend? What guidance is here? What energetic weather is here for Friday and the weekend, please? We have 3 of Pentacles, collaboration, teamwork, creativity. So it feels like in the beginning of the week, we have this lonely, forlorn energy. And then as the week progresses, come the weekend, we now have 3 people kind of working together, collaborating, teamwork. I'm also hearing social, expanding your social circle. So don't be surprised over the next couple of days or over the next while. You might be meeting some new people, making some new friends, having a little bit more social connection with others. Lovely. It's a light energy, this. I like it. Okay. Let's see what guidance is here now from the Wisdom of the Oracle for Friday and the weekend. I'm drawn to 2 here now. Let's take them both because we can. Clean it up. Truth be told. We had this card last week also. Now, tuning into the clean it up, I'm hearing make amends, clean up your side of the street, say I'm sorry where you have to, express your truth. Also clean up what it is that you are projecting. So in other words, as we go out and about in the world and we're meeting new people and we're socializing and we're doing the things, just, make sure that your side of the street is very clean. Make sure that you are speaking your truth and you are behaving in your truth. You are being authentic. You're cleaning it up. I'm hoping that this makes sense. Let's read out the clean it up card. 21. It says, ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your home also? Too much work, overwhelmed, time to clean house. Every item out of place natters away at you. Sorry. Every unresolved resentment, every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack, takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to the unnecessary feeling of being overwhelmed. Now's the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lining up for you. That makes a lot of sense. Clean up your side of the street. Clean up what's bogging you down. And again, I keep being drawn to this, where it's like she's unfurling herself from that material, from that fabric. She's freeing herself, because the lighter and freer we are of all the clutter, the happier and the more joyful we are by nature, right? And as we are collaborating and connecting with new people and maybe mixing in new social circles, whatever the case is, just coming out of our shells, we want to make sure that there's nothing cluttering us, okay? And then obviously the truth being told, being real, being authentic, speaking your truth. Keep it clean. All right. Very different energy this week to last week, I must say. Okay, so let's get some elaboration now from the Gateway of Light activation, and let's see what our souls are up to this week. Let's draw 2 cards just because we can. Just want to make sure these are well shuffled. Let's see what is here. This one. I feel like the bottom 2. This card says Seraphim's Gateway, voice activation, angelic attunement, divine support. What sticks out to me is all this color, this bright light, all this color. I'm being drawn here to the purples and the greens. Green energy is the heart chakra, and purple is the third eye and the crown chakra. It feels like a lot of alignment in the higher chakras this week. And I get the sense of joy. There's a lot of joy coming through as a result of shedding some baggage. Okay, let's read out this card. Okay, this card says, you are blessed to receive the light of the seraphim, knowing that these beings of infinite light are singing your name in the heavens to unblock the power of your own voice. Angelic support surrounds you at this time. Know that you are safe, for you're being held by the presence of love. The seraphim are witnessing the glory of your being and activating your angelic qualities. You care deeply about the welfare of the planet and all of her beings. In fact, you are hoping to make a great difference in the world. And the reason for this is you are carrying angelic light. Let it shine on the world around you. How beautiful is that? So this just feels like, you know what this is? This comes with that feeling of purity I spoke about. You know, where like we're being stripped bare of old stories, blah, blah, blah. We're being stripped bare the falsehoods. We're being stripped bare of the falsehoods, the I'm not good enough, those are untruths. Okay, so we're being stripped bare. So as a result, we're getting back to our true essence, which is actually angelic, right? If you think about it, you know, we're all actually very good human beings that are here that want to do good in the world. We want to be the best that we possibly can be. But it's our programming that made us believe different. So it feels like this vulnerability that comes through this week is actually our true nature being exposed. And our true nature is we are actually at our core, we are all pure love. Okay? Because we are pieces, we are fractals of God in human form. We are all love until life and society and our upbringings and blah, 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 blah told us different. Okay? We are coming back to who we really are, which is love. Interesting for Valentine's week that we are all love. Okay. All right, let's now tune into the next one. The next one says Shambhala initiations, retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, Dharma. Such a beautiful card. I love the artwork on these cards. Okay, let's see, what is this one? Oh, it opened right on the page. Thanks. I didn't have to go hunting for it. Okay, let's see. This card says, when things quieten down in your life, know that this isn't a failure, but an opportunity to retreat and recharge. In the busyness of the physical world, our spirit is often playing catch up with our body to the point that it gets used to being overreactive and overworked. When the great masters of Shambhala come to you, they are encouraging you to take time away from the outer world and dive into the inner world. If you've been moving full speed ahead, this gateway encourages you to slow down and retreat. Take time to gather your energy. Spend time in meditation and reflection in order to gain a clearer awareness of your current situation. You will cover many insights and gifts during this period. Realize that there is a master awakening within. So tuning into this now as a whole for this week, it just seems like this week is going to be quite internal. There's not too much happening on the outside. A lot of it is internal shifting, internal being stripped bare, and a return to our innocence. Thank you. A return to our vulnerability, a return to our true love state, now that we've stripped bare all the untruths. And as we strip bare all the untruths, we can feel extremely vulnerable. Because a lot of the times when we have our old stories that used to define us, it's like our identity. It's like maybe we used to believe that we're terrible at the work that we do and we have no confidence and we're useless. Now that we're stripping away that belief and that identity, well, who are we now? Right? And because we might not know this week who we really are now and who we really are becoming, we can feel incredibly vulnerable. So this week, if you're wanting to just retreat, take a bit of quiet, a time for healing, a time for introspection, that's okay. Listen to your body, listen to your soul. It always knows what's best for you. But please know we are all changing so much at the moment. We are evolving. We are in this universal year 8. It's a year of power. We have the dragon year this year. It's a year of power and confidence, right? But as in that process, as we are discovering our power, we're rising in who we are becoming next, we also need a bit of time to breathe and to integrate that energy too. So this week, be super, super kind to yourself. Look after you. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Love and accept yourself for the miracle that you are. You're a fractal of your creator. You're a piece of love wearing a human body that carts your soul around the earth. Be kind. So sending you all so much love. I hope that has helped. Please let me know how you are doing in the comments below. Let me know how you're experiencing this energy. What is coming up for you? I love hearing all your comments. So sending you all so much love. Have a beautiful week. Take care. Lots of love. Bye.